This video is on savings accounts. So what is a savings account? It is a type of account with a bank or a credit union. Once again, we're going to go over what a credit union is in a different video. For now, let's just think about a savings account being a type of account with a bank. So what are you able to do with a savings account? You can put money in by depositing it or through direct deposit. You can cash checks, get cashier's checks, pay your bills online, get cash back at the physical bank or at an ATM. This is basically the same list as a checking account. With the one thing deleted here is you cannot write checks from a savings account. For all savings account, the money you put into the savings account will earn you interest, or whatever money that you leave in a savings account, the bank will give you some money extra every year. This amount is actually paid in usually per month, but how much they're paying you is usually listed as a per year rate. So in the US right now, as of November 2020, the average for all savings accounts in the US is about 0.05% per year. So 0.05% per year means that if you leave $100 in a savings account for a whole year, the bank will pay you 5 cents for the year. That 5 cents would usually be spread out over 12 months. One feature with savings accounts is that most banks will limit how many withdrawals you can do per month. They are limiting how many times you're able to take money out of your savings account per month. The typical that I have seen is about 6 withdrawals per month. If you are moving the money out of the account online, if you're doing this online, there is often a limit on how much you can take out per day. That limit that I have seen is typically around $4,000 to $5,000 per withdrawal per day. The reason that the banks limit the number of times you can withdraw money from a savings account is the way they want you to use a savings account is to save money for much more future things. They would rather you have a checking account if you're going to be moving money in and out of the account very often. They don't care how many times you put money into the account. You can do that as many times as you want. So like I was just saying, the way that people typically use a savings account is money that they are going to save for something much later. They'll put that money into a savings account, and money that they will need soonish to pay a bill, they'll put that into a checking account. Most people will get a savings account at the same time that they set up a checking account. So what are the benefits of having a savings account? Well, savings accounts are pretty liquid. It is pretty easy to turn the money you have in a savings account into cash. It is not as liquid though as a checking account. The money inside a savings account is also FDIC insured up to $250,000 by the government. So there's basically no risk of losing money that is in a savings account, even if the bank or credit union goes out of business. The bad thing about a savings account is that it still has a very low interest earned. 0.05% is lower than inflation. So just like a checking account, so just like a checking account, the money that you have in a savings account will decrease in purchasing power or decrease in value over time.